Yeah,
Most
smell
prominent,
is
like factory senses that.
yeah, smell is the sense that is connected to memory.
Yeah. So it was like
Yeah.
memories I didn't even know that I had.
Oh wow, like from ancient times, like within your DNA.
Yeah. So I was like out on a farm, and I'm close with my family, but they have lost a lot of the old ways for sure. And
Right.
so
And
my
can you
grandma is not like a farmer now, you know.
right.
She worked for the tribal council most of her life.
Okay, yeah.
So we're Mandan Hirata at MHA Nation. And
Yeah, Sam and I are from the same tribe, which is wild because there's not very many
in
of
Boise,
us.
Idaho,
Yeah, in
of
Boise,
all
Idaho.
places.
I know.
When we first met, we just stared at each other.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, looking through the window of the soul, you know?
Yeah. So you were saying when you were you were burning the corn, is that what it was?
Well, that was significant to Dan out here, which came later, but originally, so I've always loved plants and plant medicine, and I did not ever see myself as a farmer, and I never knew that our people were farmers. And so I kind of, that's a long story, but got into horticulture and started farming, and I'm out there. We listen to a lot of audiobooks because sometimes we're just doing the same thing over and over, depending on what time of the season we're in. And so I'm listening to a book about our tribe. And
what book was it? Do you remember?
It's called The Heart of the Mandan, I think, or something like that. Very similar title. And so I'm listening to it, and I'm weeding, and it was like, you know, it's explaining how we've survived and why we lived where we lived, and how it's believed that we stayed in one spot, but really we would recede back and forth from the river. It was very like fertile ground to grow on. And like, here's all the crops that we grew, and you know, mostly women were farmers and the men were the hunters. And we were one of the few plains tribes that didn't like go out, and we did hunt and gather, but like we also had a large part of the tribe staying and cultivating and teaching the young ones how to cultivate. And there's like so much that goes into that too. But I was like, oh my gosh, what?
It's part of your lineage.
No wonder it feels so natural. And I just just like weeped.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, those deep remembrances are, I mean, it is, there's not really words. I'm not having words right now because it's something that is so beyond words, to remember those things, because it's literally in our bodies.
Yeah.
And if your life hadn't led you to this path of farming, like, you know, who knows if that would have really come up in the way that it did.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
You know, it all made sense after that. Like, my favorite things to grow at the time were like sunflowers, and I would just sit there, even though I was off the clock and I'd been out in a field all day. I would just sit there and process sunflowers, and I just felt like my hands are made for this. You know, like the smell of it, the texture, it just came so naturally. And I cut all the sunflower stalks down the first time I grew them, and I took them home and I put them next to my door, and I was like, I don't know, I just love having these here, and I don't know if we're going to build a clubhouse or what we're going to do with these, but they're so strong and they're so special. I just want to keep them. And so I always have these like huge piles of sticks by my door that my kids can play with. And I tell my grandma about it, and she goes, oh yeah, that's the Mandan way.
Oh my gosh.
They always keep sticks by the door for digging. And I was like, no way, what are they made of usually? And she goes, oh, usually sunflower stalks.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh my gosh.
I have chills.
It was like, wow, I make sense to myself now somehow, you know. Like,
oh, that's a beautiful way to say that.
Yeah. And then coming out here was my first experience burning corn. And I just stopped and like, again, cried. And I was like, the smell, I'm like remembering things that I can't fully grasp, you know. And Dan and I kind of dissected that, and it was like, yeah, this is probably something that was done every year, was burning the corn, right? Yeah. So I started diving deeper after that too. There's only like one book that someone was able to collect information from. One of the last, I believe she's Herata, Buffalo Bird Woman.
Yeah, I think I was gifted that book. Yeah, I've yet to read it, but it's, you know, I've skimmed through it.
It's like it's beautiful to read, good reference book too. So it's been really fun this year. So she was one of the last tribal members that has memory of traditional farming. And so she kind of just, you know, our tribe is very like talk with your hands and your lips, and so she did a lot of motions, and like, you know, we planted like this, and they tried to translate that into English, and so this book has a lot of diagrams in it. And so
that's so cool.
So this year I was able to, like, I've read the book, I've started seeds with the book in mind, but so far this season I've followed along with the book throughout the growing season. And my grandma's always giving me corn from the tribe, and she's like, we have to keep the corn going. This corn sustained us for generations. Yeah. So I'm growing our traditional corn out in the garden.
The heirloom corn. Wow, in your garden. Oh, that's beautiful.
With beans and squash and all kinds of things, and just following along with this book. And although I'm not like hoeing with shoulder blades and things like that, I think I'd like to try that at some point. But I was just reading some more this morning, and I didn't realize that, like, they, of course, were growing different kinds of beans, different kinds of squash. Some you eat right now, some are better for drying, some are better for storage, beans as well. And so every part of the season, you're able to eat different parts of these plants in different ways.
Okay, yeah.
And I didn't know that either, but just so happens to be that when we planted this garden out, my partner and I, we were like, let's do different types of beans and squash for storage and try and like extend this throughout the season. So again, it's this knowledge that is just like deep within us, you know?
Yeah.
And all the time I realize, like, oh wow. This is just something that I'm remembering.
It's like true awakening. Yeah. These real life moments.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'd love to have you out there sometime.
Oh, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see
help
it
with the harvest. That would be so sweet.
Oh my gosh, that'd be really special. I'd love to.
Take some home to your family. And Thanks for letting me talk about that. I think that felt important.
I was like, okay, we're bringing the mics back.
It's very special.
And it's so beautiful for people to be able to hear these things too, because, you know, people are going through their own awakenings, and like you said, like, you understand you better now, and and sometimes it's hard to understand in the moment when these things are coming up. You're like, what is this? It's not quite tangible, but it's palpable.
And I'm like, I feel so grateful that I am able to, like, I have access to this information. There's been a lot of recorded information within our tribe that, and we're not that far removed. Like, our tribe being in the northern plains was one of the last to be affected, so it really wasn't that long ago. And so therefore we have more information, whereas a lot of like East Coast tribes have lost a lot. Not all of it by any means, but and so I'm able to make references, and I think a lot of people don't have that, but it is like a good, when people say to me, it's so cool that you have access to this information and you can feel closer to your ancestry. Like, I wish that I had that. I think, I mean, of course I wish everybody had that, but also listen to that, because it's not nothing. Like, no matter where you come from, if you feel it and you're like, I don't know, this just feels right, there's probably so much there, and you may never really get to like identify it, but like validate yourself, you know.
That's beautiful advice.
Anyways,
thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.